Welcome to Top 10 Albums of 2023. Yeah, I'm posting this in 2024, but I feel like this makes more sense to do it right, like the year after, like in January. But either way, 2023 was very boring for music. There was definitely some good stuff. There, like, a little bit. There were some good diamonds in the rough, which I'll point out, but there's also some bad ones. But first, I want to get to the honorable mentions. To start off, I wanna do "Too Good to Be True" by Rick Ross and Meek Mill. It's a good trap album, but Rick Ross has like the same flows and barely any energy, and this brings down almost every single song. But I do like some of the features and the remix of Shaq and Kobe. Shaquille can still rap. Hold on. Next is "Sundial" by No Name. No Name has great bars and flow, but it gets a little bit boring like halfway through, because they just all sound the same and like feels like background music. I don't really like the song "Boom Boom." It just is stupid. And then Jay Electronica's anti-Semitic thing that he does, it's dumb. Next is "This Is Why" by Paramore. I was considering this album, but I think every song is very catchy. It's just not as like. There's another album that I think is a lot better than this one at being catchy. Next is "Punk Tactics" by Joey Valence and Bray. This one was very close to making my list, but I don't really like the memes in it, and some of like the non-hip-hop songs, it just sound horrible. I also like Logic's verse. That goes hard. This album is very personal with Danny Brown, and I wasn't expecting Danny Brown to do this because he's kind of like the goofy like rapper. It's kind of like his Mr. Morale. I love like one on Bass Jam, kind of talking about like listening to the music with his mom, and I don't know, it's just a really like sadder song. But he also talked about how like rap changed him as a whole, and like obviously him not using the goofy voice to make it a little bit darker and not like funny. Obviously there's some funny songs like Tantor and Gentrification, Vacation, which is just more like upbeat. And you got some really good beats, like really dark and great beats, like "Ain't My Concern" and "Dark Sword Angel," and also the title song. Also, "Celibate" has just amazing rhyme schemes from Danny and Mike, with their good lyrics too. And Mike has been really good with the features this year. The best song is about Jen's terrific vacation, talking about gentrification and how everything has changed over time. I think the worst songs are probably "Shakedown" and "Hanami." They're just super duper boring. But overall, this was definitely deserving to be in the top 10. The best songs are "Gentrification," Vacation," "Celibate," and "Dark Sword Angel."
Get your lights, get your lights. Them bricks shine different under them kitchen lights.
I'm giving this album a very generous placement with West Side Gun over Trap. West Side Gun's very slow over Trap. But, I mean, after I re-listened to it, it wasn't that bad. I mean, 70% of the Trap songs are actually pretty good. But Freddie J's Mr. Everything, he flows on it really well, better than the features, which is hilarious. JD Wrist, it could be considered bad, but it's loud as hell. But I love the Stove God and the whatever that other guy's name is versus. The bad ones are disgusting and LL Blue Gun. I had to skip both of them because they're just horrible. Also, Freddie J's is horribly mixed. The best trap song is definitely Jalen Rose or Costa's, because you have Benny the Butcher and Conway on Costa's just going crazy, and Jalen Rose having the best beat, and Boldy James rapping really good. But the best part about him is the boom bap songs. Mama's Prime Time, Suicide and Selfridges, Revenge of Flip's Leg. All amazing beats, and two of them being conductor beats. Mama's Prime Time with Jid's crazy verse, Conway's good verse at the end. It's a great opener to the album. But nothing beats the best song, Kitchen Lights. I don't even know. There's the heavenly piano, violins, and the harp. It amazes me every single time. With West Side Gun's verse about being poor and Stove God's cocaine, money. Like, I don't know. It's just so crazy. It is one of the best West Side Gun songs ever. The best songs are Kitchen Lights, Mama's Prime Time, and Suicide and Selfridges. This album's like a beautiful mess. There's so much going on like in your ears, and it sounds amazing. I mean, to start this album off, you have the Black Seminole with a crazy drop. Like, you have to listen to it to understand it. Then you have Running Out of Time and The Ride, which are super catchy songs. Like, I don't know, just everything just sounds so amazing on those songs. And kind of sounds like a new school Pink Floyd, I guess you can say. So, like, obviously not as good as them, but whatever. Then a few good songs. After a few songs, you get like We Saw the Sun and Drive Me Crazy. Just crazy, amazing songs with the synths and the drums. I don't know. It's such a hard album to explain. The singing's amazing. Then there's Paint the Sky, which is probably one of my personal favorites. Then you have Reach the Sunshine, which is just as amazing as Black Seminole. I mean, it kind of takes time. It takes time to grow, and slowly grows to be the perfect outro. And also have every cool feature. Yeah, Fouché, I think, Diana Gordon, and Tizo. With Tizo probably has the best singing. Then what the hell's his name? Daniel Caesar with his catchy singing. I don't know. Overall, this album just has like cool synths, and it's just super catchy. And then you also have what the hell? The Alchemist. That song is booty. The best song is the Black Seminole, Reach the Sunshine, and Drive Me Crazy. This one's definitely the funnest album that came out last year. Everything is just kind of goofy, but bangers. It's kind of crazy how 100 Gex can make something so funny but hard at the same time. Like, on The Most Wanted Person in the United States, the beat is hard with like goofy noises, kind of like the jump around thing, like I don't know. Hyperpop is normally something I'm not interested in, but they're able to mix it well with rock and new metal to make an album that sounds completely different from like the annoying whatever hyperpop is. Every chorus as well is engraved into my head. Like, I got my tooth removed, Hollywood Baby, Doritos and Fritos, and Dumbest Girl Alive. All amazing choruses that just super good. I think the best part is the production, with so many just like weird and creative things that go on, with many cutouts and tempo changes. I think the only downside is the song $1 Million. I never want to hear the TikTok girl voice in a song. The best songs are Dumbest Girl Alive, Hollywood Baby, and I Got My Tooth Removed. I don't know, banger.
When I'm rolling around, try to keep me close, but look how when I needed you the most, you was out. The least I could do is account. Peace to read.
Vordire is a very great album to focus on or just chill with it. With the production from The Alchemist, one of the best producers in my opinion, makes an awesome experience, and it just works perfectly with Earl Sweatshirt. Each sample is used super well, like on Sentry with the vocal chops and Dead Zone's 80s kind of production. I don't know. And Earl Sweatshirt just has infinite rhymes and crazy, or infinite flows and internal rhymes. Like on Sentry again, Earl Sweatshirt makes a flow with the vocal chops to make like a slower song, but then Mike, with his another amazing feature, changes the song a lot. I also like I also like that he's talking about now he has to raise a kid and the struggles with it. But my least favorite song is The Caliphate. It's slow as hell and it's boring. The best song is definitely Century, Dead Zone, and Vin Scully.
Hey, I'm still low key as fuck. What you want, nigga?
The
I've been with the
patience.
same.
It makes Mick Jenkins very hungry for something amazing. Mick has plenty of amazing flows with each song and the cool beats, and he can flow with Vic Mensa really well and Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is kind of weird on this album. Mick Jenkins has really cool rhyme schemes, like on Roy G. Biv, where he talks about color theory and mixes every color with like feelings and stuff. I don't know. It's cool as hell. Listen to it. It's a short song. It's like 2 minutes. Every song is short and amazing. Besides Show and Tell. Show and Tell is long, but it's pretty good. Again, Freddie Gibbs is kind of weird on that song. One of the best beats on here is 2004 with like this James Bond. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Pasta with the James Bond feeling song. It's loud and just rambunctious. Like I said, every feature is really cool. There's Jid's common singing verse. He flows anything. One of the best artists of 2023. Benny's verse and Vic Mensa's verse as well. The worst thing about this album is Guapanese. It's slow, and I don't like it. My favorite songs are all of them besides Guapanese and Mom. For this, so bear with me here. This album is many things and done amazingly. There's so many weird genres. There's industrial songs, which most aren't that good. There's trap songs and R&B songs. In the beginning, album starts off with like the best songs. There's not a single bad song until God's Country. There's Hyena with the crazy intro. Then you have Thank God with nice singing from Casey and Tizo, I think. I don't know. Then you got Modern Jam. Modern Jam, this is the best industrial song. Probably one of the best in here. With the bars and like the hypeness from Travis and Tizo's amazing singing. But then, My Eyes. There's such great earworm singing from Travis and Sampha. But then the beat switches. And you have this crazy, just never-ending flow from Travis. And I don't even know. It's super personal. I love it. But after a few songs, you get Fiend. Fiend's amazing. It's so hype. But for some reason, they took off Travis's verse, which I hate. Or not Travis's. Took off Sheck West's verse, which is the best verse on the song. And it's only on the volume, like the first CD that they put out. And I have that, so that's pretty good. Then we have some sleeper songs like Schizo with his beat switches. That's also a really good song. But then, here's the real sleepers. Lost Forever and Topia Twins. I know, it's bummy songs, but come on. Topia Twins has some great verse and cadence from Rob 49 and Travis. They work super well together. And then Lost Forever just has great verses as well. And West Side Gun. I'm a West Side Gun meat rider. Like, come on. He's really good. Then you end this album off with Telekinesis and Till Further Notice. Like, come on. Those are, the super, really, really good songs as well. But Till Further Notice is carried by James Blake. And Telekinesis has Future's great singing, Travis' great singing, and the amazing SZA part. Again, I can't explain it, but I don't know. The only songs that suck are God's Country, Love, and K-pop. And I don't really like Meltdown. I know. It's people love that song, but it's pretty butt cheeks, in my opinion. The best songs are My Eyes, Fiend, and Lost Forever.
From the timeline when niggas don't die, the skyline just takes back our fables. Reporting to you, lives.
Beloved Paradise Jazz is super duper underrated, but even though everyone says it, I actually got this album recommended by one of my friends, and thank God they did. This album is really good, and it has really good lyrics about police brutality and racism. They do it really well. McKinley. Then he talks about living in the ghettos and his dead homie Tyler. Every song is also really catchy. Run, Run, Run's chorus and the self-titled song's chorus, it is super infectious. I feel like every album this year had really infectious choruses. I also love the jazz production with hip hop mixed in it. The only song that doesn't sound jazzy is Mezzanine Trippin', which is a weird beat, but pretty hard. McKinley's flows are really good, and they're just as good as Mick Jenkins, probably even better. And he has good double entendres, and just I don't know, he raps really well, and I gotta listen to more of his music. And there's the feature of like Gaius Rivera, also underrated artist. Listen to him. Then there's Celine Hayes' verse, which Unexpected was pretty good. Alfred's verse starts weird, talking about that he swallows some stuff. But overall, this is a great story, and it comes full circle. My favorite songs are Run, 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 Live from Kitchen Table, and Sun I Rise.
Now I might kill a couple niggas if you want me to. I might hop out, do my shit, and if you want me.
Generational Curse is very grimy, but also sounds like Kendrick Lamar. Definitely inspired by Kendrick. This album talks about the hood, but I think it talks about the hood better than McKinley Dixon. And it's done really well with Ice Cold Bishop's personality. He is super hyper and just nuts. He talks about his cousin and his homies dying. He mentions his uncle and him doing drugs. So many drugs references in this album, and he does it crazy. But my favorite message is about the government gives people guns to kill each other. The whole song, government gave us guns. That's a really great song. But then ICB has interesting flows on like these dark boom bap trap beats. I don't know, very weird. But I just love the energy and different voices. Like it's kind of like he's like talking to himself. It just makes him just seem insane. My favorite song to talk about is Curse, the outro. It is so loud with him being loud and yelling. This whole album's amazing besides like Dicky Suit. It's just a weird ass song. But I think it's just a better story and it's better than Beloved Paradise Jazz. Plus it's catchy. Like who doesn't love catchy stuff? My favorite songs are Cursed, The Government Gave Us Guns, and Last Night. You know what? I feel like we need a better place for this number one, the greatest album of 2023. Let me do a cool teleportation thing. Totally not just me editing it. Boom. Now I'm on top of a freaking mountain for number one. The number one album of 2023 is... And if you know me, this album is obvious for number one. Like, what isn't there to like about this album? The production is outstanding and creative since it is Jpegmafia. They have Danny Brown with his hilarious bars and creative flows. I mean, start with the album, you get a short but sweet lean beef patty with the P. Diddy sample in the back, and great bars about Twitter from Peggy and Danny, but you can barely hear them. Then you have Step a Pig, which is an interesting song. It has a weird, like, structure to it. And Scaring the Hose, which is a fun, loud, and very catchy, like, it's just an earworm. Then Garbage Pail Kids, which has hype verses specifically from Peggy. He goes off on that song. Then you have Fentanyl Tester with the milkshake sample, which is cool. Then you got Perfect. This song is perfect. The horn sample, the the weird things Danny says, and JPEG's awesome flow with the cool breakdown. Right, you gotta listen to it to really understand it. Then you get after Shut Your Bitch Ass Up and Muddy Waters, it's kind of a two-part song. It's kind of cool. And then you get Orange Juice Jones and Kingdom Hearts Key. Orange Juice Jones is chill, but it's cool. It's cool, like, with the Michael Jackson sample. And Peggy just, like, going crazy through the second half. But then Kingdom Hearts Key is heavenly, with the Japanese sample and just the crazy drums throughout. And Peggy just slides on it through the whole time. And there's even, like, the drum change up, which she just flows on. It's crazy. And then you also have like the funny bars like Hunter Biden stay out of my sink. I don't know. I think that's pretty funny. Then you have the only feature of this album, Red Veil, which he can sing pretty well, and I like how he yells the words at the end of each bar. Then you get then throughout the second half, it's there's some songs that aren't as great, but so good. You got God Loves You with Danny Brown's Christian slash like sexual bars. I don't know, it's hilarious. Then you get Run the Jewels, which is kind of underwhelming since the song's like 1 minute. Then you also have Jack Harlow, Combo Meal, and Ho, which are great. Like they have like decent verses, but not the best. I mean, I'd probably say Ho, Peggy. That's probably Peggy's best verse. Then you have the loud finale, Where You Get Your Coke From. I mean, like it's just obviously I just played it. It's really loud. So for some reason, Danny Brown just raps for like a minute straight, even over the loud horns. It's an amazing ending, and the only bad part about this album is the vocals. Like you can barely hear Danny Brown. But overall, a perfect album. Anyway, see you guys later. Hope you guys like this format. I might do it again for 2024. So hopefully 2024 is better than 2023. It's 2023 was mid as hell. Like even then, like the bottom 2 albums were just bad. All right, see ya.